Lesson 27, the binomial probability distribution. Example 10. According to Snapple, real fact number 52, 11% of people in the world are left-handed. In a classroom containing 32 students, find the probability that less than 3 of them are left-handed. So here we're trying to find a probability, where the problem is focusing on a certain number of left-handed students in the classroom. Well, this follows a binomial random process since a person is either classified as left-handed or not left-handed, thus giving us two possible outcomes. So the binomial probability distribution can be used to answer this probability. In order to use the binomial probability distribution, we need to know the value of the three variables, n, p, and x, where n represents this total value. In this case, we have a classroom containing 32 total students. So n would equal 32. And p represents the probability of this particular outcome. In this case, student being left-handed. Well, since we know that 11% of people in the world are left-handed, it seems reasonable to assume that 11% of the students would be left-handed, thus giving us p equal to 0.11 for 11%. Now the value of the random variable x is the value corresponding to the probability question that we're trying to answer. In this case, what's the probability that less than 3 of them are left-handed? Well, for the binomial, the random variable x represents a count or a frequency. It's discrete. That is, the lowest value it could be is 0, and the highest the value it could be is n, in this case 32. So the lowest number of left-handed students in that classroom could be 0, and the most left-handed students in that classroom could be 32. But the values of x that correspond to being less than 3 would be the values of 0, 1, or 2. So less than 3 students being left-handed would mean x would have to be less than or equal to 2. Now on the TI-84 calculator, the binom CDF command calculates probabilities of being less than or equal to. So we could calculate this probability that there are less than 3 students that are left-handed by finding the probability that x is less than or equal to 2, using the binom CDF command, with n equals 32, p equals the 0.11, and x equals 2 because we want to be less than or equal to 2, that is 2, 1, or 0. Thus, on the TI-84 calculator, we could press second, DISTR, to get to our probability distribution formulas, arrow down till we find binom CDF, press enter, and then enter in the values of n, 32, comma, p, 0.11, comma, and the x of 2. Close parenthesis, enter, gives us our result, which rounds off to 0.301 decimal. So here's our probability, 0.301. So, in a classroom containing 32 students, the probability that less than 3 of them are left-handed is 30.1%.